Hi, Alison Mead from Silicon Bullet here with some more bookkeeping top tips here with my dog Daisy, who won't look at the camera and is probably about to wander off. There she goes. Right, I wanted to talk today about the latest version of Sage software. Sage 50cloud version 28.1 has been released. Now, I normally say to my clients, let us install it and start using it before you rush to install it, because quite often there might be some bugs and some little updates in it. We've been using it for about a week now and I haven't found any problems with it, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any problems. But I want to tell you about some of the new features that I actually love. So they have been focusing on this release for taking hints and suggestions from users and implementing those. So if you are the sort of company that is regularly adding new customers or new suppliers, you know how annoying it is that you have to copy and paste the address line by line. The new system now means that you can copy an address with commas in between or a whole block of an address, and when you hit paste, it's sensible enough to split it out into the lines. If you've got too many lines for the 5 lines that Sage allows you, then you can pick and choose which lines you want to go where, and it brings you up a box like that. So that's the first feature that I love. Look, Daisy's come to sit very nicely next to me now as I'm chatting. The second feature is when you are doing bank payments and bank receipts, you will now have access to filling in an extra reference in there. So that might be useful if you're wanting to put in with bank receipts 2 different references, just so that you can have more information in there to see what's going on instead of just having access to the reference field. There is also the ability, if you're multi-company, so I've got one client who have got 3 separate companies and I have to do group VAT for them, and often I'm needing to check intercompany transfers between 2 companies and I want to be able to see them at the same time. Currently with Sage, you have to log out of one company completely and log into the next. You can now be logged into multiple companies at the same time and flip between them, so that is going to make it much easier. There are a lot of other usability things, and they don't tell you about all the new features. What's been happening is, it's like with the extra reference field being added, I'll just go into a screen and think, oh, hang on, there's an extra field here I didn't know I had before. So have a good look around when you do install the software. They've also got a pretty cool new data management tool. Now, I always recommend that my customers will regularly, especially if you've got a really large data set, at least annually, go and clear out old data. Because although you need the data for so many years for the HMRC, you don't need to really keep all that data in the live data. You can have an archive or a backup that if you ever had an inspection or you need to look something up, you can go back to. But in your actual day-to-day data, keep that a little more streamlined with less transactions to speed everything up. So now, as well as after you've done the clear audit trail, it will allow you to say for your invoices or your purchase orders, you can say up to what date you want them cleared down to, rather than you having to go into your invoicing area, highlight or select all the ones that you want and then delete them. So that's much better. So keep an eye out on my blog.siliconbullet.com. You will find a review there of some of the new features, and you'll find some links back to the Sage site that tell you all about them. And if you want any help upgrading your software, then do get in touch, because that's something that we will do. We can handhold you. If your computer people are saying, oh no, don't want to do that, can't do that, or if you get a problem with the upgrade, then that's something Paul and I at Silicon Bullet can help with. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for more bookkeeping hints and tips in the future. So that's Alison Mead from Silicon Bullet, signing off with my dog Daisy, and going to get a nice hot chocolate at the Forest Cafe. Bye.